is NCERT syllabus for Standard 7, Chapter number 1, Exercise number 1.1, 7th question. In this question, there are two subdivisions are there. First subdivision videos link I had given in the description box. This is second subdivision. The question is, in a magic square, each row, column and diagonal have the same sum. Check which of the following is a magic square. Already they had given what is for magic square. You have to take the row wise numbers and column wise numbers and diagonal wise numbers. After checking, you have to get the same sum. Sum in the sense addition value. Unless if you are not getting the same sum, this is not a magic square. Now we will see what is for row. Row in the sense horizontal presented numbers like 1, minus 10, 0. Next column. Column in the sense vertically presented numbers 1, minus 4, minus 6, this way. These are the column wise numbers. Next to diagonal wise. Diagonal wise in the sense these edges, no, this edge and to bottom edge, those are the numbers. This row which will be the diagonal numbers this way and this way. In this diagram there are one edge and second edge. These are the two edges. Okay, two diagonals. First we will see the sum of the first row. What are the numbers are here? 1, minus 10, 0. So you have to add these numbers 1 minus 10 plus 0. So there is no value for the 0. You can leave this. 1 minus 10 will give you minus 9. Next, the sum of the second row. What are those numbers? Minus 4, minus 3 and minus 2. You have to add this thing. So minus 4, minus 3 and minus 2 will give you minus 9. Next, the sum of the third row. What are those numbers? Minus 6 plus 4 and minus 7. So if you are adding this minus 6 and minus 7 will give you minus 13. So minus 13 and plus 4 will give you minus 9. So you must thorough with the integer symbols in addition and multiplication. Then only which is easy for you to do the calculation along with the sign. Next, the sum of the first column. Okay, so what are those columns numbers? 1, minus 6 and minus 4. So minus 6 and minus 4 will give you minus 10. So minus 10 plus 1 will give you minus 9. Next, the sum of the second column. What are those second columns numbers? Minus 10, minus 3, plus 4. Minus 10 minus 3 will give you minus 13. So minus 13 plus 4 will give you minus 9. At last, the sum of the third column. So third column's numbers, what are they? 0, minus 2, minus 7. So there is no value for the 0. You can leave it here. So minus 2, minus 7. You have to add this. Sign will come by minus. So minus 9. Next, we are going to check in the diagonal numbers whether we are getting the same answer or not. The sum of the diagonal numbers are, first diagonal I told you to, there are two diagonals are here. So first 1, minus 3, minus 7. You have to add these numbers. Minus 3 and minus 7 will give you minus 10. So plus 1 minus 10 will give you minus 9. So here also we are getting the same number like minus 9. Okay. So finally this is the last way. Last thing we are going to check whether you are getting the same number like minus 9 or not. So the sum of the diagonal numbers, second diagonal we are taking, those numbers are minus 6, minus 3 plus 0. So you have to add these numbers will give you minus 9. So everywhere we are getting the same value like minus 9. So the given set of number is a magic number. So it is a magic square. So you have to give the reason why we are telling it is a magic square, because the sums value which is common for everywhere like minus 9. So all those row wise sums and column wise sums and diagonal wise sums we are getting the same value like minus 9. So this is a magic square. So it is a perfect magic square. Okay. So thanks for watching children. Subscribe our channel for getting the upcoming videos.